Hello. Once again, it's not snowing. Once again, I am here late. Once again, it's Sunday. No, I'm not gonna keep going. Okay, yes, I am late. It is 10:41. Oops. I know I said, wow, we got 13 weeks. We can go real ham. I know. Okay, my sleep is still messed up, as I often say, but it's been really messed up lately. For reference, today I woke up at 8:30 and my head was just like, no. I don't know. I got like I don't know. Last night I kind of had like a headache towards the end of the night. It's pretty annoying. And then yeah, I woke up with the same said headache, which not cool. Don't like. Thumbs down. Big thumbs down. Yeah, so I went back to bed. I did, however, set an alarm today. I don't usually set alarms on Sundays, but I set a 10 o'clock alarm just in case. So that if I wasn't awake by then, I could at least wake up and start getting ready to stream, which is why I'm here now. But yes, my head is still like not great, so not thrilled about that, but you know, it is turnip day and we got a turnip. I gotta keep this momentum going, right? If we can just keep the momentum going, then chances are we can be done with turnips sooner rather than later. And isn't that what it's all about? I would argue that's the case. Anyway, let's find Joan so we can get an idea of what the price is today. I'm a little worried. I'm thinking maybe it's not going to be a good price. I don't know. That if I had to like tell you the vibe, that's the vibe check I'm getting today. You know? I feel like Joan is not going to grace us with a good price, but I could be wrong. Also, okay, she's here. This is not good. Bad, actually. Bad spot. But you know what? Let's go grab some money. Just in case. You know how we do things here. I got 3 bags of money in my letters. So let's grab a full inventory and see what we can pull off. Anyway, we did get a spike last week and the week before. That's too much. Alright, let's see. I don't actually have like a slot on my spreadsheet for this. I only did it to the end of the year. Okay, 99, which is not amazing, but it's not terrible. I mean, it might as well be triple digits, so like... I gotta like extend everything. Okay, I'm extending till March for now. Obviously, I'm gonna have to extend past that, but just so that we can get this going. Okay. So I've got that set up. So the next 3 months are on the spreadsheet. I didn't know if like I wanted to like add it to a different sheet because it's like a pain to scroll down. But yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, anyway, so I got like an hour and 20 minimum. However, based on like how Joan behaves, maybe we can do a bit more. My like goal is usually 4 mil. But I mean, getting over 4 mil is pretty cool. Okay, we actually have too much money. Hold up. So we need 148.5k at 99 bells. So five bags, or 4 if you already have money. And I had like over 30k, which is a bag. So yeah, that makes sense. Of course, it makes sense. Okay, I'll just grab 4 bags then. I mean, last week, I bought 27 inventories at 118. I got 4.7 mil. And I was so close to 5. It didn't quite work. So I don't think there's any chance of me getting 5 mil this week, right? Something tells me no. Okay, so I mean, I did like just under 2 hours last week, and I started at 10:17. But here I'm starting like 20 minutes later. So 20 minutes later, and almost 20 bells cheaper. I don't know. I mean, I can do like some quick math here. But like, it's 148.5k versus 177k. Which is like a 30k difference. Which, if you look, that's like 5 inventories. Right? So like, okay, if I wanted to catch up to what I did there, I would need to hit like 32 inventories. At least. Right? Think. I did the math right. So 148 500 times 32. Yep, that's 4.7. So 32 seems like a stretch. I don't think 32 is happening. So at least if we can at least hit 4, that's good with me. 4 is like that's my usual goal. Although I want to really try to push it past that to see if we can like make more progress right now. You know, that's kind of where I'm at. But a week like this, I don't think it's gonna happen. Multiple reasons. Price is not like ideal. I could hit 5 with this price, sure, but I just don't think it's ideal. And I'm here too late. If I was here right at 10, yeah, maybe. But let's just still go for 4. That's all that matters. Yap about today. What can I yap about today? I'm just trying to... I'm tying up loose ends. How about I go with that? I don't know why. I kind of did this last year too. I'm gonna say last year, I mean technically 2 years ago, but you know what I mean. No, you fool, you idiot. How could you do that? How could you? That's annoying. Third inventory and I'm already doing misinputs. Insane. Generational fall off right here in real time. Anyway, no, so end of 2024. How about that? Look at that. Whoa. I was like, I didn't know what to play, and I was like, you know what? Let's clean up some games. So I went on a PlayStation Trophy DLC cleanup. I did like Horizon Forbidden West. I did God of War Ragnarok's like roguelike mode. I did a bunch of grinding in Ghost of Tsushima, but I didn't even end up doing the raid, so I'm only missing one trophy and it's just to do the raid. But I like leveled up everyone else to like rank 20 or whatever it is. And I hit like the max level, so like yeah, I just like was grinding one mission over and over again. It was a time. And then like I did a quick New Game Plus run of like Spider-Man 2. So like I was just cleaning things up because they had all been bothering me for so long. And like apart from though, like, you know, my PlayStation trophies are like 100%. I'm only missing the Ghost of Tsushima one right now. And I've platted everything else I've played, which is very nice. I'm very careful with what I play. Because on Xbox, like, I did a lot, but I did not get everything. Because, like, back in, like, Xbox, the 360 era, like, that was, like, the era of peak, like, ridiculously unattainable multiplayer achievements. Like, GTA 4 had some ridiculous ones. 5 also had some annoying ones. For some of them, I did them, but, yeah, some were just bad. I did not do them. So anyway, my Xbox percentage is like 92 right now, I think. But I did, like, you know, start Master Chief Collection, and I have not played all the games. I did like lasso. Okay, that I can work with that acre, but yeah, okay. I did lasso on Halo 1 and Halo 2. And I did like the speedruns on Halo 1. I have not yet done the speedruns on Halo 2. I've done some of them, but not all of them. I have a friend I play with. He tells me it's almost time for Halo, and then it's not time for Halo. So, I don't know what's up with that. It's a running joke, but I mean, it took us years. We did like Halo 1 back in like 2020, I think. And then like in 2024 maybe we went back and did Halo 2. Or we finished the speedruns then did Halo 2. I don't know. Either way, Lasso's crazy. The speedruns can be like kind of crazy, but they're not like too bad. As long as you're patient and you try the skips or whatever. Like Halo 1 has like fewer missions and Halo 2 has a lot more, but a lot of them can be done really quickly. So it's like you can just get those quick ones done first and like, okay, great, you have these ones and that's the time you need to work with. It's a lot better. But yeah, there's lots of achievements. But yeah, that's what I did last year. So I did all that. A lot of cleanup. And then this year, like I finally finished House Flipper. I got the last DLC and I got that done. House Flipper when it first came out, it was kind of fun. I enjoyed it. But then as like the DLCs came out, like add-ons, whatever you want to call them, I guess a DLC, but whatever. As they released the other packs, it's like, okay. You gotta like, they should have had more upgrades for base game. Certain things were still too slow because you were just doing them so often. It's like, I can't upgrade this anymore. I'm already maxed. But yeah, that's done. And then like I had started Kirby in the Forgotten Land earlier in the year. And I'd like beat the story, but there's like a post game. So I went back over the period of like 2 days. I got all that done. So that's all done. I did the Ultimate Cup. Got all the figurines from the gacha machines. Not gacha, but gacha. Whatever, same thing. Sakurai loves his gacha. I'm just choosing to believe that because Smash has like trophies and it's the same system, right? And it's a good system. I like this system, don't get me wrong. Anyway, yeah, so did that, got 100%. That is not with the Switch 2 version, which has like extra content, so I have not played that. It's $30, okay? I'm gonna chill on that for now. Maybe if it gets a sale at some point, I will buy it. But for now, I'm okay. I was just like, yeah, you know what? I should really try to like get this done, okay? Because it's been just sitting there for too long and I just keep thinking about it. And like I got Kirby Air Riders for Christmas and it would feel wrong to start a different Kirby game. Well, I haven't finished another Kirby game, you know? So it's like, let's get that finished off so I don't have to think about it. So that I can just, you know, play Kirby Air Riders when I want to, guilt-free. However, it's January 4th. I don't think I'm gonna start it just yet. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. The New Horizons update comes out in like a week and a half. So I'm just getting myself ready and doing things until then. Because I feel like it's like I'm gonna stream this a bunch, and then I'm gonna stream that a bunch. Hey, it's really about waiting to assess to see like what I'm in for. You know, like if I go for a week or two and I can like do everything, great. Or if it's like 2 or 3 weeks, I don't know. I need to like see how gated I am by time. You know, like when you first start playing Animal Crossing, you can only do so much in a day. I mean, technically, you could go crazy and you could catch like every fish possible on that first day. You could catch every bug as you know, and like just keep them outside, and you could like do a bunch of like Nook Mile grinding things. You could go on like tickets, so you could get like fruit, and you could like plant said fruit for money or something crazy. You know, like there's a lot of stuff you could do. Like you could have like a long 3-hour first day, like I did, or something like that. But like, I don't know if you can do that with the hotel, because like I assume people need to show up to said hotel. And do people just show up once you've made a room available, or do you have to wait for them to show up? Obviously, the campsite, there's a formula that, based on like however many days it's been since you last had a visitor, like like I don't know. There's a base chance of someone showing up, and like for every day that somebody doesn't show up, that increases until it's like incredibly common, you know? Which makes sense. But like the hotel obviously can't act the same way, because then it would be empty. And if you can have like 2 floors and like 16 rooms or something, like I don't know. I just need to, like, is it like, oh, you built one room and you're like, okay, great, we need to like do upgrade work. Come back tomorrow. You know, like, and at that point it's like, oh well, I can just grind out challenges to get points, and then I can buy more furniture. And it's like, oh, you can probably only order a max of 5 things from the store that day. And if there's there was this one post I saw. I can't remember if it was on Twitter. I think it was Twitter. But like they were looking at the size of the scroll wheel and being like, yes, there's approximately 70 items in the store, and we don't know if you can unlock more later or not, or if that's just a snapshot. But even if it's 70 items, that's gonna take a week or two, right? Like you can order 5 things a day, 5 times 7. It's 35. So if it was 70, you would need 2 weeks to order 70 items. So like that alone, like that is something. But that's just like, hey, here's a quick, easy stream. That's annoying though, because I'm gonna have New Horizons stream and Animal Crossing stream. So do I like wait to upload the New Horizons stream so they're not? The playlist will obviously be accurate, but I don't know. I kind of want everything to just all be in a line. I don't know. Me when I vault my content for 6 to 12 months. Anyway, so yeah, it's like I've been trying to get stuff done. Like yeah, Kirby's done now, so it's like I could start Air Riders when I want to. But again, I don't know. Like I'm a week and a half away from Animal Crossing, and I don't want to like start Kirby and then not like get into it properly. Usually I like to say that like Animal Crossing's fine. I can play Animal Crossing in other games because it only takes so much time, and like some days it's like pretty chill and it doesn't really matter. That is true, but it's like if there's turnips and then big new content, I just feel like that's a lot, and chances are like I could have like a day just ruined. Like what if I get like a spike on the first day of like the update? Then it's like, oh, I'm streaming this, taking a break, and I'm going on New Horizons. Crazy talk. Also, I have to move my Switch 2 and set it up, which is annoying, but whatever. Because I transferred my island. I can't even stream on the Switch 1, you know? Now I can use it. Now I can make another island. I could speedrun. Now I'm joking. I'm not gonna do that. Unless... No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. No plans at this point. Maybe one day, just for fun. But I have other ideas for games that I want to play on stream. I want to play like the Zelda games on stream, honestly. Just like casually. I want to do like a 3D Zelda game thing where I play through all of them. Now, long-time viewers of my channel might recall the Majora's Mask Randomizer 100% run. That was a fun week. That was like 24 hours of stream across like a week, I think. From what I recall, I lost the footage, or the footage was too big, and on my old computer, I was trying to like stitch it all together in one video, and I was using Camtasia, and it just did not work. It would just keep crashing because it was so long, and I was like, well, guess that's that. Now I think I could deal with it, but I don't think I have the footage, unless it's on my old drive. But I do still have, but I'm pretty sure I deleted it because of the space. And now it's been lost forever. And I wanted to like put it into multiple, like I guess I didn't want it to just be in like as many parts. I wanted to shrink the size. I don't know, okay? The point is, it's gone. It was a fun time though. The highlights of said stream were one of the keys in the Great Bay Temple glitched out, and when I reset the cycle, I went back to the chest and I did not get the key. Actually, no, it was the boss key specifically, wasn't it? But I could not get in to fight Georg. So, what did I do? I learned the bomb jump glitch. Obviously being a randomizer, it was through an emulator. So I used save states in said run. And I was just learning how to do this bomb glitch just so I could get into the boss room, because again, the key just could not be found. I even had a friend check like the randomizer file, and it's like, yeah, that's the chest it's in. It's like, I know, I literally watched myself pull it from that chest last time, but now it's not there. So I don't know. So I think something glitched, and I was like, well, I'm gonna just, how do I continue? So that's what I did. Spent like an hour learning how to do that with like, you know, checkpoints. You get to do that like big jump at the end and you just fall. It was funny. Quite the time. And then the other big part of that randomizer was the last thing I needed, and it was just bad bats. I was like stuck for hours. I was like, I give up. And then I can't remember if my friend was just like making references to bats. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? And then I realized eventually, I think at some point, that it was the graveyard on like day 1, I think. There's a room where there's a bunch of bats. If you kill them all, a chest shows up. That's the thing with randomizers. You don't technically need to know where every chest is, but if you know where every chest is, you're fine. But if you know where most are, even if they're just like the small, insignificant ones, you know, you'll do better off. So anyway, that was quite the fun run. I enjoyed doing it. Makes me want to do randomizers again in the future. I have previously beat, so this is why I'm going through this. I want to do the Zelda games on stream. I've 100%ed Majora's Mask, I think 2 or 3 times. Wind Waker at least twice, maybe 3. I don't think that includes the figurines in that case, but everything else. I did Twilight Princess twice. I did Skyward Sword once because I did not own it when it first came out. I ordered it online, and then I ordered a Wiimote Plus controller online because I didn't have Wiimotion Plus, and you need it to play Skyward Sword. I played through that, and I was like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought, but there's definitely some parts of it that I'm like, okay, whatever. Then Ocarina of Time is the weird one. I can't remember if I was talking about this on stream or if I was talking to someone about it, but like, I've played parts of it for sure, but I don't know if I've ever gone through like all of it myself in a single run nicely. And if I have done that, there's no chance that I 100%ed it. I do not recall getting 100% in that game. So I kind of want to like start with that so I can fix that up and get that sorted in my head. And then I was like, should I just 100% every Zelda game on stream? I do love Zelda. I've replayed them lots. And it's been a while since I've replayed any of them. And who knows when we're getting a real Zelda game again. Not to say that I didn't enjoy Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but they're obviously not the same. I did enjoy Tears a lot more than Breath of the Wild. I think it's a much better game. Some people say that Breath of the Wild's better, and to them, I laugh. I say, what do you mean? It has no underground, therefore it sucks. Also, I just love flying around the underground, looking for light on my stupid little, like, saved schematic flying machine. It was peak. I like doing that. I should 100% one of those. Get all the Koroks, eh? No, I'm not doing that. I would probably do the figurines in Wind Waker at this point, but yeah, I don't know. I do have Wind Waker HD on the Wii U, and I've never played that version. And the Wii U has an HDMI port. That means I can hook it up to my capture card. I also got this adapter the other day, got from one of my auctions, because I was like, yeah, sure, I'll bid on this. Why not? It's like it's an N64 to HDMI adapter. I have no idea how good it is, but that could work. I could capture off of that. Okay, so grab one more. Okay, so right now that's our last inventory here. So that should be 5? Right? There's 900k here? That doesn't sound... That makes it sound like it should be 6 though, doesn't it? 900k divided by 100... Yeah, it's 6. Okay, so I bought 3 inventories already, and then this is 6, supposedly. Is it 6? I dropped 1 there, and then 1 there, and then 1 there, and 1 there, and then... Yeah, I guess it is 6. I've been yapping so much, I don't even know. So yeah, anyway. What did I say? Oh yeah, I have the Wii U. And I was talking about cables. But I do have a capture card. It's an Elgato thing. That's what I used a lot. But I don't have like every old system set up for recording. I do have, you know, an RCA to HDMI thing. So like that's a thing. I just haven't tried it out with everything. Anyway, so I think maybe it could be fun to play like the HD version of Wind Waker, because like I never played it. I did like. Here's the thing. I don't remember how many times I did Wind Waker. I think I beat it once, and then I immediately played it again in pajama mode and 100%ed it, and I don't know if I 100%ed the first time, but I feel like I New Game Plus off of a pajama mode save, and then 100%ed that, which makes me think it's like I beat it at least 3 times, but I 100%ed it at least twice. So I think it'd be good to play the HD version to see like which one's better. Cause yeah, I think that would be fun. And like I know you can like sail faster. Which might make it a little easier, faster, like more convenient. And if I'm gonna do all the figurines, that could help. Also, I really want to do a randomizer of like another Zelda game, and I was thinking Wind Waker would be fun. But I don't know if I should like do that first or what. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure where I'm going with this Zelda stuff. I do want to do Ocarina of Time just to like get it done. Also, I should not have ran to my house. I should have ran down first. That was a mistake. That was dumb. Okay, it's 11:15. We've got 9 inventories. That is an amount of money. So if we get Joan in like a not great acre next, we could like get it closer to noon before we get a good acre. Because if we get a good acre now, then like we're probably stuck there for the rest of the stream. So like if we don't get one of those, and then we get a good acre after, we might be better off. Anyway, yeah, I do enjoy Zelda. I do think I want to do some more Zelda on stream. I've done it before. That would have been like 7 years ago, though. So, it's been a while. Okay, we got an igloo here. I keep forgetting that the igloo is a thing. That could be annoying for turnips, to be honest. It could get in the way. So we just have to keep that in mind. If Joan was here, that would be like kind of ideal, but I don't know. She could be in D5. She loves going in D5 after a couple acres. That's how it always seems to go. If that's the case, I think we just roll with it, even though, like, we haven't got enough time, but what are you gonna do? I mean, I wouldn't even get 4 mil if that was the case, would I? Like, I bought 9 inventories. If that's like 900k in one and like 450 in another, then we're at like 1.3 mil. Which is not enough. And if we had like the D5 and we spent like 2.2, that's still only 3.5. So not enough. So we do need another acre first, ideally. Or I need to like do some crazy play and switch acres. Or I just accept it. Okay, Joan's here. I can work with this. We'll use the 900k here, and then go elsewhere. That's too much. Anyway, so yeah, those are like some stream plans. I know like last year it's like I played Bonanza and I was like, man, I should go back and do Super Mario Sunshine and 100% it and stream it. Like here, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the time, I don't want to stream a game that I'm really, really looking forward to. You know? Like, I don't get a lot of viewers. I understand if you're a big streamer and like you gotta. That's kind of like the point. That's what people show up for. But for me, I feel like it would like be detrimental to my enjoyment of said game. If I'm just thinking about like what I should say, sometimes I'd rather just experience the game, you know? So that's where it's like, oh, these are games I've already played, but they're games I love. You're like a game that you love has replayability. That seems pretty good, you know, for like what you can. I don't know. That just seems good for like what I do on stream. That's why I'm talking about like Sunshine or like the Zelda games because I've played them before. In some cases I've 100% them, but sometimes I haven't. So, like yeah, Sunshine and Ocarina of Time. I haven't 100% them. That's why those are some that have come to mind. Hey, how long have I been playing this save file? I've been playing since December 10th, 2024. So almost 13 months. Real time? let me grab my stream time. I have like every recording in a single folder. According to this, I have 308 hours of playtime. Now I have created extra towns. I've created like 5 other towns and like ran them through the tutorial, and the tutorial takes maybe 20 minutes each. So, but like only one of those has like a couple characters. Anyway, if you want to consider those, you could remove like 4 hours. So it's at least, it's 300 hours right now for sure. But I've definitely done stuff in those other towns as a part of those hours for some of the days, which is part of the run. But you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say, maybe. I'm hoping to be done later this year. Not sure when. I don't know what my total playtime's gonna look like at that point. It'll get a lot better once I'm done turnips. You know, every week the time won't go up as much. I would say right now I average like 3 to 5 hours on turnips a week. It's probably a safe bet. Usually I buy for like 2 hours. Usually. And then selling is a lot more variable, right? If you get a spike, it takes a lot longer to sell versus like not having a spike, right? Because if you're just selling at either just like a slightly increased price or at a decrease, you can sell an inventory at a time. But if you're selling at a spike and you have a good price, then you're selling 5 turnips at a time, which turns 27 inventories into a much larger number of trips. 21 to be exact. Or 81, sorry. 7 times 3. But yeah. So like if I buy for 2 hours and I get a spike, you can think that I'm gonna sell for like 2 hours. Maybe a little bit more depending on the day. But if I buy for 2 hours and it's not, then like I'm selling for less than an hour. That's why I say like 3 hours minimum. But it could be like 5. I've had some weeks where it's 6 hours, honestly. Like there was one week where I think it was my most profitable week. I put in like 8.2 mil, and I spent like 3 hours buying turnips that day, and then I spent 3 hours selling turnips, and then I spent another 3 hours buying things from Red on sale day. So that was like a 6-hour day. I don't think we're gonna have any days like that anymore. Like I've gone through all the events. We've gone through a full year. There's just a couple like things that we have to look out for this year, but it's nothing that's gonna take like all day. Nothing crazy like that. So we don't have to worry. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's still a little bit too far away for me to like estimate how long it'll take me till I'm done. But if we're like, a bit over 300 hours now, I think I still have, I don't know. It's like, it's hard for you to even say like how much of that is turnips, Like I've been doing turnips for almost a year. And when I say almost, I mean like technically I guess like starting now, I've done turnips for a long time. I started turnips like, let me see, January 5th was the first day I bought in 2025. I did not buy for the first month. So like I've been doing turnips for a year. Do I need to only grab like 4 or something? I don't think so. But like every time my money's not quite right. I'm gonna grab 4 and then it's probably not gonna be enough. Well, that's only 120 and that's like 143, so it's like not enough. It's annoying. I don't know. I want to say at least half my playtime is turnips, but I don't know if that's accurate. I guess like towards the end of this, I could like go through and like find all the streams, because like every Sunday I do this and I do keep track of all my prices, so I know what days the spikes occurred on, so I could like get a very rough estimate of how long it takes. But not every stream, you know, is 100% one of those things. If you look at November, for example, every Sunday I had to deal with the fishing tourney afterwards. Sometimes I spent like 40 more minutes trying to catch a large bass. So it's like, yeah, I could say, oh, that was like a 3-hour stream, but it's like really 2 hours of turnips maybe. So if I really wanted to, I could go through and get like all these accurate numbers, and I'll probably do that towards the end, but I don't have them right now, so it's hard for me to like judge how long this is gonna take. I don't like if I'm 2/3 of the way on turnips at this point. So I don't know, maybe 500 hours? Maybe? Maybe 600? I feel like it seems too much. You know, like if I've done like 2/3 of the turnips and all this extra stuff, and this next year, like this year's really just gonna be turnips and a couple events and then like Gracie. And if we get Gracie stuff soon, then we don't have to worry about that anymore, and that cuts down on time a lot. And like as is, I'm not buying raffle tickets as much because I have a bunch saved from last year, so like we're not worrying about that. So yeah, I feel like the actual like playtime is going to be significantly less this year, and it's going to just be mostly turnips. But we still got a lot of turnip time left. I keep saying that I want to be done by the summer. What does that mean? I don't know. Could that mean end of summer, beginning of summer, before summer starts? Yes, it could mean all those things. That's the best part about setting a goal that way. It's very open-ended, and there's a good chance that I will be right and succeed in my goal. But realistically, I'd love to be done turnips in like April or May. Right now, there's no raffle on a weekday until March, so we have 11 weeks where I don't have to be in fear of losing my potential spike to a sale, which is great. That means I can buy. I just need to wake up earlier and be on at 10 or like 9:45. 10 is usually my go-to. When I first started, I was like only showing up at like 10:30 or 11, I think. And then I was like, no, I think it was mostly like 11. I was like, nah, I need to show up earlier. I need to get more time in this. So I got, you know, I started doing 10, but then lately I've been doing worse. It's been like 10:30 or close to 11. So I've regressed. I think 10:30 is what I used to do, and I was like, no, I need to push this to 10. And now I've just been doing worse. And it's like today I showed up at 10:40. But yeah, hopefully next week it'll be better, and I will be here at 10 or slightly earlier. But yeah, so really depends on how well these months go. December and November were really, really good to me. I don't want to jinx anything by saying that. I'm just saying, like, the potential it's huge, and we've seen that. In November, I made 152 mil. I had a spike every single week that month. So, pretty huge. One of those, again, being my most profitable week ever, where I spent 8 mil. And for reference, said week Got me... Oh, just kidding. That was at the beginning. That was not on sale day. The sale day one I made 45. Basically 46 mil. I made 55 mil, approximately, on November 6th. So yeah, November was 152, December was 100, so that's like 250 mil in 2 months. Honestly, pretty crazy. So if we could, you know, see something similar in these 2 months, I don't think it's going to be quite that good, but if we could get something close, that'll be good progress, and then we can go from there. Anyway, that's that little talk. But yeah, going back like Sunshine, you know, I think I beat like most of Sunshine. I definitely beat it. And maybe I got like all the shines in like the levels, but there's no way I got all the blue coins. So I want to go back and do that. Get all the blue coins. Get all the shines, 100% it. Okay, 100% Galaxy. And Galaxy 2, I think. I did both of those. Super Mario 64, I did the DS version. I definitely 100% did that. I don't think I 100% the N64 version. Sue me. What else? I mean, I got everything in Odyssey. So yeah, Ocarina of Time I'd like to go. And like, you know what, Zelda games aren't like too long, honestly. So like, depending on how much I was playing it and like how much I was streaming, I could probably get it one done pretty quickly. Because like, again, they're not like long games. I feel like 100%ing Ocarina of Time's like no more than 30 hours. Could be wrong, but... Let me look it up. Okay, so again, this acre should be 6 inventories. So this should put us at 15 inventories. How long to beat OOT? Okay, main story says 27. Completionist says 38. However, I assume that's based off of a first-time playthrough. I've played that game before. You know, like, I'm relatively familiar with the dungeons. Finding all the Skulltulas, that could be a pain. I definitely don't have all that in my head. I can think of a couple off the top of my head, and I know you can hear them. But that's gonna be a bit of a pain. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could do it in like 30. I could probably do it. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure how long it would take. But I feel like... what does it say for Majora's Mask? Majora's Mask 3D, it's saying 25 to beat, 38 for completion. N64 saying 21 for to beat it, 33 for completion. And I'm kind of efficient when it comes to Majora's Mask. I'm not doing like crazy things, but like I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this and this, and boom, the next cycle's clean, and I can do this, 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 and this, and this. You know, it feels efficient. Whether it's time efficient, it's like fairly day efficient, maybe. I don't know. Me when I start every day off by running to the Dodongo Grotto. But yeah, like that's not too long, right? Wind Waker. Okay, Wind Waker, the GameCube one, 29 hours. Completion is 59 and a half. Wind Waker HD is 25 with 42 completionist. And I don't know if that's just because people are replaying it or if it's just that much faster in some areas. Twilight Princess. Same relative deal. 37 hours on the original with 55 completion. And 30 hours on HD for main and 44 for completion. So yeah, again, I don't know if that's because like people have played the games and they know what they're doing, or if it's because HD just has that much quality of life. Honestly, hard to say. I won't know for sure. This is like not quite enough. We're like less than 100 bells. Okay, so it's 11:36. It'll be 11:40-ish by the time we're done this inventory. That's good. Alright, we've been here for an hour. That means we've been buying for an hour. If I get Joan in a good acre now, we could get 2 hours in. And this should put us at 15 inventories, because it's like 6, 6, and 3. And then if we got another acre, we could maybe buy like 15. That could put us at 30 inventories. Now I gotta do math. To take our price and times that by 30, that's 44. Sorry, let me correct myself. That's 4.4. I wanted to say. Yeah, so 4.4 mil. If I can hit 30. I could technically do more than 30. It really just depends on where Joan shows up next. If I get a really bad acre and I buy like 2 or 3 more inventories, and then I get Joan a good acre, we could hit like 33. And then we could maybe hit, you know, what I hit last week with the better price. I should finally be able to buy inventories again without worrying about having to put that extra bag in my wallet at the end now. Should have a bit too much money. Okay, that's like all the money here. So that is another 900k. So I'm calling that 6 inventories. I've not been counting. I count based off of money. Some people count their mind. I count by numbers. I don't know what I'm saying. Don't listen to me. I'm just yapping away, making things up. Okay, so I'm gonna look for Joan, and then I'm gonna go drop this, and then we're gonna go from there. That's the plan. Also, I was talking about like cleaning up games. So I'm gonna cancel my Game Pass subscription. I've had it going on for a long time now. I did, you know, get some. It's not like I didn't. I don't think I used it as much as I could have, or perhaps should have, but it's not like it's been a complete waste, you know? I've played games. I played Lies of P and Expedition 33 through Game Pass this year, so that's an amount of money right there. Played a lot of Grounded. Obviously Master Chief Collection. I really want to buy Master Chief Collection on sale, so I can just play that whenever, but whatever. Um, okay, Joan's here. This is not peak, but I could buy a couple more and then try some funky business. That's probably the best move. Otherwise, we're not getting anything crazy there. That's like another 900k, right? No, that one's slightly more. That's like 1.3 mil, maybe? Anyway, Game Pass. So I want to cancel it. They've increased the prices, you know, and that's like... I should have canceled it already, but I forgot. And I was like, oh, they added DLC. Free DLC to Another Crab's Treasure. I should get those achievements. So I did that. Did that yesterday, real quick. It's like an hour or two. Probably an hour and a half. I don't know. Either way, I did that. So now it's like I can cancel it. I don't have to worry about that. So that's like technically cleanup, because that's been something I've been thinking about since they added it. Which was like in April, maybe? No, I don't know. It was a long time ago. I feel like it was months ago at this point. I just put it off. Maybe I shouldn't have. I could have canceled earlier, but whatever. That's where I'm at. I've just been doing like quick games to like clean up my library a bit, that kind of thing. So that's kind of the vibe that I've been going for lately. So yeah, this year I do want to like look at like Zelda games or maybe Sunshine. I think those could be fun to stream. Because again, I played them, and maybe I've 100% them, maybe I haven't, but they're games that I enjoy, and like that's fun to stream. It's fun for me to stream games I like, you know? But if I've already played them, then it doesn't detract from my first time experience potentially. New Horizons, I did play that entirely all on stream. And I don't think that ruined it, but Animal Crossing's a little different, you know? Pretty chill. Okay, it's 11:43. I could buy a couple inventories here and then go elsewhere. That's like my best chance of maximizing money, but it is a gamble. Obviously. It's always a gamble. Just like, if I'm not careful here, I could like really underperform. That's the problem with showing up late. Because like if I showed up at 10 and then I did a gamble and it didn't work, okay great, I've made my money. Or I've bought what I needed to. But if I buy what I need to and then I make the gamble, then I'm obviously in a much better place, you know? And then that's how you hit like 8 mil or something. I'm just very tired lately, very headachy. My eyes are very dry. My hands have been dry. It's just not very fun. My neck, I'm sore, you know, it's just a lot of things. A lot of small things that add up. No, it's the second time I've done that. Okay, 1147. Guess I can buy one more inventory here. And then even if we don't get a good acre, we can still, like, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. It's like I bought 3, 6, and 6, so we're at 15. The 2 here puts us at 17. This will put us at 18. So I think to hit 4 mil, I need a good acre. Unless I somehow end up with Joe to, like, D1. I mean, I can get the calculator out. This will put us at 2.6. Yeah, like 2.6 in an hour. Cool. Yeah, 2 hours would be like 5. I mean, if we got a good acre, yeah, we'd be at like 5 almost, which makes sense. We've already established that. It's 11:50. Need to wrap this inventory up. I'm like, I don't know, I'm very tired right now. So I'm like kind of, ugh, you know? But yeah, I don't know. This is like a play I don't like making. Because it is, I think, on the riskier side. But it's like, yeah, buying some from an acre and then leaving when there's like, you know, enough time to find another one. So it's like, yeah, we can spend a bit here, but then leave. First thing to do when you get to, Kaled. Leave. It's a good meme. I like that meme. Okay, we're gonna try to do this in a good way. Anyway, it's 11:51. We have 9 minutes to find Joan. If we can get Joan in a good acre, or at least something where there's money, we can maybe extend what we would have got. Right? Because in that acre, there's like 1.3 mil. I spent like 300k, so there's still like 1 mil there. So we need to get like a good acre in order for this to be like profitable. If I got to that acre a little bit sooner, then yeah, it would definitely be like, yeah, just switch. It's the right move. Chances are it'll be fine. In this case, it's like, I don't know, a good chance of being like a lateral play, which is not what you really want it to be. Unless... I don't think Joan's there. Don't think Joan's... Oh, okay. See, there you go. That's all it takes. Now we can hit 5 mil. So I need to figure out how much money to take for this to work out. So my usual acre number, 1.92 divided by 148. That's just shy of 13. So I got plenty of time. So if I say my regular number plus 450 divided by the price this week, that's 15.9. So this is probably too much money, honestly. I don't think we can fit that much here. If I drop 9, and then I put this in my letters, then I think we're good. Okay, so we actually we're golden this week now. I've been here for an hour and 13 minutes. 7 minutes before noon. So that would put us at an hour and 20 of buying. But we're going to buy like 15 inventories here. So we will get our 2 hours of turnips in today. It was risky. That's what I mean though. If I do this at 10, I can get the 2 hours. But then like the post, like the pre-noon shenanigans that you can do are very huge or redeeming when I wake up late. But it would be better utilized by me waking up earlier and then using this to get even more time. You know, like here it's like I'm using this so I can hit my goals. If I woke up earlier, I could use this to surpass my goals. That's really all there is to it. But yeah, I'm like, I don't know, I'm very sore. And like, I don't want to do this for another 40 minutes. But I'm dedicated, okay? It's just today, I'm not feeling it. Oh, I should check Pocket Camp. Oh, I've been bad with Pocket Camp lately. I like got lazy at the end of the year. But like they started the garden event on the 31st. What's up with that? I thought they started on the 1st of the month. And then I think I didn't load until the 2nd, and I was like, oh man, I'm so behind now. I'll still be fine. I'll still get enough. It won't be a problem. It's just like, I'm behind. So I'm doing that now. Pretty easy to just mash the... Okay. Okay, it's not pretty easy, because I just made the 3rd mistake of the day. Oops. That's embarrassing. It'll be over before I know it. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Yeah, see the other, like the second stage of the event has already started in the gardening event. I'm not done the first one. I'm behind. Oh, I'm full. What am I doing? Okay, it's not easy to just play both at the same time. I'm a liar, okay? I lied. I picked a bad time to start doing this. If it was just after I started inventory, we'd have been so easy, so easy, would have been free. I'm like one butterfly short on the first half. So I'm gonna just switch to the other half and hope that I get it from like random things. That's the plan. Pocket Camp got like way easier to manage after I like stopped doing all like the Gulliver stuff because I have all the people unlocked. So it's really I just show up for the events now and to fill up my like monthly thing and order a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever complete it, but you never know. I don't know. Has anyone ever completed it? I feel like it's kind of crazy to do. So yeah, what else have I been talking about lately on stream? So I did like a lot of cleanup, like, you know, clearing off games. I don't know, I feel like that's just good, so then there's like just less things that I'm thinking about. I feel like that's how I deal with things, you know, like when I have a lot of things on my plate, it's like, what can I just like deal with? As I continue to just add more things, you know? Because there's a lot of things that's like, oh, this is not finished, like, let's just finish that stuff. You know, if I can just write things off and say, good, this is done. No longer worrying about it, great. That's what's nice. Okay, that's 2 down. And there you go. Officially noon. We're in bonus time. I mean, I think I gotta buy 13 more. So we still got quite some time to go. But yeah, we actually might get more money than last time. No. Actually, maybe. We might outperform last week just by a little bit. What was I talking about? I was trying to say something. But yeah, I like to get stuff done. So, yeah, like, you know, I got a bunch of games done. One of the things I've been trying to think about is my spreadsheet. I have a game tracking spreadsheet because I've been, you know, collecting a lot of retro games. So I've been recording all of my purchases. So I'd previously done this, actually. Or did I? No, I started this, but then I went back and I tried to find the stuff, but I couldn't find all the receipts from, like, the other eBay purchases from, like, 11 years ago. Because I lost the emails, apparently, or I deleted them. I don't know. Anyway, maybe there's a way I could check my bank statements. I guess I didn't think about that. That's maybe... It'll probably be on PayPal. But I don't think... I think I checked PayPal, so I don't know. I don't think I checked my bank statements, but maybe I can't do it for some reason. Maybe it's too old. Anyway. Where am I going with this? Yes, sorry. Before I just had, like, all the game purchases, and that was all in one sheet. And it had, like, it didn't have the console, you know? Because I was just like, whatever. But now I'm like, alright, I'm gonna add the console. And then I'm gonna, like, figure out the other games. Because right now, it's like I've tracked my retro games. Specifically retro games. Both through auctions, eBay, and physical, like, stores, right? I've not tracked all my physical games. There are games that I bought that are not tracked there because they were new at the time. So if I could go back and get those, that would be nice. And then I also want to get, like, all my other platforms in there. So, like, I got PlayStation kind of done. PlayStation's weird, right? All the games that I've purchased with money on PlayStation. Bro, that's the 4th time I've done. Oh, we're saved. That's actually huge. That's great. That would have been the fourth time, and that's like a record for, like, sloppiness, honestly. I don't think I've made 4 mistakes in a single week so far. This week is weird. I think it's scuffed, and the fact that it's scuffed has me feeling good about it. You know? I don't know. It pays off. Anyway, so yeah, PlayStation. I've got all the PlayStation purchases sorted out. There's not, like... well, there's a decent amount, but there's not, like, a lot. So I got through all that. However, obviously, like, when I add stuff to my library from PlayStation Plus, that's where things get weird. Because at first, it was just through PlayStation Plus. So I added those just by name. I don't have the dates yet. I can backfill that later, because that's not important for, like, freebies. But then after a certain point, it's like, well, I had PlayStation Plus, whatever, extras. So there's the catalog. And it's like, if you add to the catalog, then... sure, it's in your library, but only for so long. Like, I know I played Yakuza 0 and 1, Kiwami 1, and Kiwami 2, and 6, all through the catalog. And I know they're no longer on the catalog. And 3, 4, and 5 remastered were not on the catalog, so I know I bought those digitally on sale. I also bought them physically, because that's how life is. Well, they did that recently, though. So yeah, PlayStation's there. And then I was trying to look at Xbox last night, because I was like, alright, I got done with the crab game, let's look at this. But nope, I couldn't find much. I went to, like, the Xbox site, and I was looking at payment history, and in, like, the past 7 years, it's only been Game Pass. I don't think I purchased anything. Which, like, kind of makes sense. I thought maybe in, like, 2018, I was, like, cleaning up all my Xbox stuff in 2018. I went on another cleanup. That's when I finished Fallout 4. I think I did the Shadow of War DLCs then. I think I did Just Cause 3 that year. Like, I cleaned up a bunch of random stuff on Xbox that year. And then that Christmas, I got my PlayStation 4. And that's when I made the hop Then I had everything, but I didn't really use the Xbox as much. That's kind of when Xbox started losing for me. Actually, no, it's not. I think that's later. I love achievements. I think, like, I do collect a lot of trophies, obviously. I'm at, like, a high trophy level. I don't know if it is actually high. But I think, like, it's high considering my ratio, since I've done everything that I've played. And obviously, I play things on different platforms. And not everything I play on PlayStation. I play a lot on Steam. And, like, I don't know. Steam for achievements, it's, like, it's okay. But they don't have points. I like having points. But there's other sites that I'm on that, it's, you know, give them points. So, like, that's made it a little bit better. But, you know, I mean, achievements, gamer score's peak. You can't really beat that. Bronze trophy, whatever. I mean, I get that. Look, I just love collecting achievements, okay? I'm just saying, having gamer score and a nice number, that's peak. When I hit 100k gamer score, I was like, man, I've made it. Nowadays, it means nothing. They're like, hey, this game has 4,000 gamer score. What's up with that? Back in my day, arcade games were like 200. Retail games, 1,000. You want more? DLC. Nowadays, it's like, hey, here's a DLC that's like 500 gamer score for nothing. But that's fine, you know? I don't care about gamer score too much. I hit my 100k. I feel good about that. So yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to think. So like I need to I want to go back and see any Xbox purchases. I went through my email briefly to get an idea, and it's like I know I have like really funny to see. I have these emails from, I don't know, 2013 earlier maybe, and it's like your 500 Xbox Live points have been like loaded to your account or something. So it's like I know I spent money at that point, but I don't know what I spent it on exactly. I do have like some receipts in my email for some of them, but I'll have to go through that. And then I also want to go through Steam. And Steam is the one I'm saving for the end, because obviously Steam is the Goliath of the group. I mean, if I look at Steam, according to my... Why do I have 3 new items in my inventory? Sure. Oh, I almost made a mistake there. I have 448 games in my library, supposedly. I like to think that I have a pretty good library size. It's not like super overwhelming, and my backlog isn't like that crazy. Also, there's a lot of games I got for free. So like, did I just not pick up the last bag I need? What's up with that? But yeah, there's a lot of games that I just have no intention of playing that I got for free, and it's like, fine. But, like, those don't count. That's kind of what I want to, like, sort out with all this. I want to see what I've spent money on, and if I've played everything I've spent money on. Obviously, I haven't, but I want to understand the scale, you know? I think that would be fun to know. And then I can just see how much money I've spent on gaming throughout the years. And I can get, like, the monthly, the monthly spending. Or yearly, rather. I think yearly makes more sense. I didn't mean to say monthly. And it's like, oh, how much money did I spend in 2016? How much money did I spend in 2017? How much money did I spend in 2018? 2018 is going to be a budget year, that's for sure. I know that for a fact. 2017 is also probably going to be, like, not too crazy. But I don't know, it's hard to, like, say. I have to, like, figure out how I want to do this. Because, like, with all my tracking, I'm tracking, like, all the purchases. And that does include, like, controllers and some consoles now. But, like, I feel like I need to filter it out. Like, how much did I spend on consoles in a year? How much did I spend on games in a year? I think that's a big difference, right? About every year I'm buying a console. And, like, the Switch 2 last year, that's a bit of money. You know? But then, like, RuneScape. Like, the other thing is I haven't factored in subscriptions. And subscriptions need to be factored into, like, RuneScape would be there, PlayStation Plus, Game Pass. Like I need to factor all that stuff in, but it needs to be like separated. So I'll find a way to do that. And we'll put that all in a nice sheet and it will be great. But yeah, if I can get Xbox done, that'll probably be not too bad. And then Steam will obviously be the worst. The nice thing about PlayStation though is like when I looked through my account, I could like see the discounted price. You know, like I could see the price they paid and how much of a discount there was. Now if I bought 2 games at the same time, I can't differentiate. Does not tell me. I could look up said game to see if the price is still the same, but you can't always rely on that, right? So, yeah. But, you know, if we can be, like, mostly accurate, that's all that matters. But yeah, I do keep track of like sale price, what I actually paid, all, you know, like all that stuff. If I can, as long as I can have something that's like 95% accurate, I think that's good enough for me. Because like I know it's not going to be accurate because I've lost a lot of the stuff at this point, you know. Like, it's just there's nothing I can do about that. So most I can do is hope it's accurate or mostly accurate. And that's good enough for me. I'm already starting to get a little creative with where I'm dropping these. I know. A little early for that. But it'll make it easier later. Maybe. I don't even know how many I've bought at this point. At this point, I don't care. Let's keep going forward. Then I can maybe eat. I'm a little hungry already. So yeah, I have a couple things that I want to like get done today. There's another game I started. I can probably get that done in a couple hours. Maybe do some other things. I don't know. But yeah, I do want to like work on that spreadsheet and some other stuff. And then eventually, the New Horizons update will come out. And then we'll figure out what's going on with that. The closer it gets to that, the more I'm like, oh man. What do I even expect? You know? Okay, another one down. Yahoo! Let's keep up the pressure. But yeah, I mean, like, I want to get this done. That's, like, my big priority. Obviously, one of my main goals for the year is to get this done. Turnips done as soon as possible so I can reclaim my Sundays. Not saying that I don't enjoy those, but, honestly, sometimes it's a bit much. Like, right now, I'm done, you know? Like, I don't want to keep doing this today. I don't feel great, but I'm sticking to it. So I've set a goal. Goal-oriented, I don't know what I'm yapping about. Anyway. Yeah, you know, it'd be nice to have this time back. It'll be very freeing. And then the rest of the run will be very smooth, because this is obviously the worst part of the run. It's the most amount of time, get the most amount of RNG, and the other stuff won't be so bad. But yeah, sometimes I wish I could, like, get up earlier and then do this. Because, like, when I do it late, it's like, oh, it's like 1 o'clock. I'm like, oh, I finally have time to myself. So, you know, if I was here at 10, then, like, we'd be done closer. Or I would still go over. Or I'd start at, like, 9:30. Maybe that'd be nice. But whatever. I'm just hoping we can get this done soon. Based off of how things have gone, I should, you know? Like, my first 6 months, I got, like, 100 mil in the bank. And then the next 6 months, I got, like, nearly 600 mil more, you know? Like, if I had, like, 100 mil, and then I ended the year with, like, 670 money, even though it's, like, 650 in the bank. And, like, yeah, that's, like, 550 in, like, half a year. So, I don't know. I think April or May, especially if I try to buy more some weeks, and, like, really try to send it, I think is fairly realistic. But if it's going to be sooner, I wouldn't complain. But yeah, I just want to... I mean, like, this week, if it worked out, we would hit 700 mil. Like, that would already be a nice little number. Anyway. Also, I've been, like, cleaning up my space a little bit. The game shelf situation is not good. It's very full at this point. And I'm not really sure how to fix it yet. I've been thinking about, like, different ways that I could fix it. Haven't decided on anything yet. But, like, I don't know what the collection is going to grow to in size. And there's some other things, other ideas that I have in mind that I haven't got to yet. I have 2 cabinets for display stuff. And then I have 2 bookcases. One option, so I can move some stuff around and get a taller, like double the size bookcase. I also want to get another cabinet for displaying things. So maybe it'd be best for me to get the cabinet first, and then see how things look with that, and go from there. I gotta think, because obviously it's money, and you know, I like to think before I spend money. My game collecting habits might suggest otherwise. But trust me, those are just a lot of small purchases that build up over time. I can stop at any time. Bro, not like this. Okay, it looks like this is the second last inventory, so that's a good thing. Good. Sorry, it's like I said, I'm kind of dead today. Anyway, I brought over enough money to buy over like 15 point whatever, and this is very full, so I think we are at 15, and like we have all this, and I already had 3 bags, and I only moved 3 bags over, so I think we're good. I'm calling that good. So yeah, that should be 3 3 for 6, and then 2 more 6s for 18, and then another 15, which makes 33. So if we take 140 times 33, it is 4.9 mil. Okay, almost 5. See, that's good. Numbers like that, that makes a difference. That's like another 7 mil almost. Oops. Oh, wait, no, that's the right thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna buy these shirts, and then I am out of here, because I'm tired. So this stream, a little bit over 2 hours. Last week it was just under 2 hours. This week I'm spending a little bit more, but it was at a lower price. So we got more work when it comes to selling. But, who cares? So let me... Okay, so I've entered in the number sheet. So that's all good. So yeah, I just need to finish up here, and then I'm good for today. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. So we'll see. It's a sale today, right? Yeah, there's a sale later. Do I have the letter or no? I think it's still in my mailbox. Yeah, okay, so we'll see what's going on tomorrow, and that'll probably be for Wednesday. Anyway, we're gonna wrap up. So all I did was turnips. I got my 5 raffle tickets. Turnips were at 99. I bought 33 inventories. We made it work. It was a little bit of a risky play, but I swapped out of 1 acre early to look for a good one, and we got a good one. So that works. So 4.9 mil. We'll see how the week goes. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Well, around the same time. Around right now. Closer to 12. And we'll see how it's going. Anyway, that's it. I'm out. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye.